Welcome to Brief Broadcast Breakdown on Minute Therapy. Today, we're exploring Inside Out 2, the highly anticipated sequel to Pixar's Inside Out. We'll follow Riley as she navigates the challenges of adolescence, guided by her personified emotions. I watched this movie this weekend, and I was happy that the sequel was just as good as the original. Let's dive into the plot, characters, and themes that make this sequel a compelling continuation of Riley's story. Just a small warning, because this is a recent movie, there are spoilers. Proceed with caution. 2 years after moving to San Francisco, Riley, now 13, is about to enter high school. Her emotions, joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust have created a new section in her mind called Sense of Self, which houses memories and feelings that shape Riley's beliefs. As Riley faces new challenges, the arrival of 4 new emotions, anxiety, envy, embarrassment, and ennui, brings additional complexity to her emotional landscape. Riley's emotions each play a unique role in her development. Joy continues to strive for Riley's happiness, while anxiety brings a new perspective, focusing on future challenges and uncertainties. Envy, embarrassment, and ennui add layers to Riley's emotional responses, reflecting the complexities of teenage life. The dynamic between these emotions highlights the importance of balancing different feelings to maintain emotional well-being. One character that should be highlighted is anxiety. Much like Joy in the first film, anxiety is focused entirely on what she thinks Riley needs, to the point of tossing away her old sense of self to mold a new one that she feels will help Riley become better. Tellingly, once she's taken over, the memory orbs end up becoming predominantly one color, like how it was with Joy in the first film. In a similar vein to sadness and anger, anxiety is often treated as a negative feeling best avoided. But as she demonstrates early on, the feeling is helpful when it comes to motivation and when immediate action needs to be taken. Combined with envy at her side, this pushes Riley to quick thinking and self-improvement. Problems begin to arise when anxiety is left to her own devices without the 5 core emotions to mediate her, going from helpful short-term plans to wildly overthinking that leaves Riley agitated and helpless. She genuinely means well for Riley, with her obsession with getting her on the Firehawks having good intentions. Unfortunately, her tendency to overthink and desire for complete control pushes anxiety to take drastic actions that only hurt Riley and eventually causes her and herself to suffer a panic attack. Joy still relies on anxiety's help after the conflict, but helps focus her on the problems they can solve in the moment, not imagine scenarios that may never come to pass. Inside Out 2 delves into themes of growth, change, and self-discovery. The film explores how Riley's sense of self evolves as she encounters new experiences and emotions. The story emphasizes the necessity of acknowledging and integrating all emotions, positive and negative, to build a balanced and resilient personality. It also touches on the impact of puberty and the changes of fitting in during adolescence. The movie uses symbolism and visual storytelling to convey complex emotional concepts. The sense of self section represents Riley's evolving identity, while the mechanism that pushes negative emotions to the back of her mind symbolizes the suppression of unwanted feelings. The introduction of the Puberty Alarm and the upgraded emotional console highlight the changes and uncertainties of adolescence. Inside Out 2 has a profound impact by addressing the emotional challenges of adolescence in a relatable and insightful way. It continues the legacy of its predecessor by providing valuable lessons on emotional intelligence and resilience. That said, I have some thoughts on this movie. Firstly, I like that it showed a realistic portrayal of an anxiety attack near the climax. I think it's important to acknowledge that people can be overwhelmed by life, and we need to give weight to our emotions so that we can understand them better. One criticism I had with the first film was that the core 5 emotions didn't get enough screen time together due to being separated by the first act. This film groups the core 5 together for the majority of the runtime and gives anger, disgust, and fear even more powerful moments than the first film, which mostly reserved them for comedic relief. This film also expands upon the previous movie by showing that the core memories and islands melt together to create Riley's sense of self, influencing her behavior even if the emotions do nothing. Notably, when anxiety suggests something that goes against Riley's sense of self, Riley refuses to act on it. At the end of the movie, both anxiety and joy realize that they cannot control who Riley is, and her new sense of self is formed from all her memories and experiences. even the ones which Joy had been trying to repress. I personally think that this is the stronger movie, and I'm glad that it showed the nuances of every emotion. I was upset with anxiety for the majority of the movie, but seeing her breakdown at the end reminded me of how essential that feeling is, even if we don't like it. As we conclude our breakdown, it's evident that Inside Out 2 offers a rich narrative that captures the complexities of growing up. What are your thoughts on Inside Out 2? Did the new emotions and themes resonate with you? Share your favorite moments and lessons from the film in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please like, subscribe, and comment with your thoughts. Stay tuned for more in-depth analyses and reviews of your favorite movies and shows. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.